Hi. Right, I'm warning you now, I'm going to have a bit of a rant. I want to talk about what drives me completely insane when I talk to people about what I do and about parenting. I think a lot of people, as soon as I say that I teach parenting workshops, they just close down. They don't want to know about it, particularly when I say that it's respectful and gentle parenting, because I know I can see it in people's faces already. It's like, ugh, hippie nonsense. And you have a very clear idea of the kind of things that you wouldn't do, and you wouldn't put up with all that nonsense. And, children need to know who's boss. And I'm absolutely not going to be following this gentle way of doing things, because I'm going to be bringing up children who are, expect everything, and they don't know how to be tough and live in the world. And, we need to prepare them for the world. And it drives me insane. And it's totally wrong. It is totally wrong. So when I talk about my workshops and when I teach my workshops, there's something that I say right at the beginning of everyone, and I'm going to say it now to you. Respectful parenting, or rather understanding your children and respecting them and treating them as actual human beings with feelings and thoughts and, likes and needs. That's not being namby-pamby or hippie or whatever the kind of derogatory word that you want to use is. It's actually being really sensible, because you are coming to a workshop and I'm going to tell you all about brains and how the brains work and what your children are capable of and what it's fair to expect and not expect. And then your children are going to be able to get a much better whoever's there, you're going to be able to really help your children because you understand them. And everything that we talk about is based in loads and loads of science. There's lots of evidence. This isn't just like a kind of tree hugging type thing. This is real science. And people are often really surprised. But the thing that I always say to people when they come on my workshops is that being a respectful parent does not mean being a permissive parent. It doesn't mean letting your children have their own way all the time. It doesn't mean that you never make them cry. Hi, Amelia, nice to see you. It doesn't mean that your children walk all over you. And it doesn't mean that you bring up children who don't know how to kind of cope in the world. In fact, it's the total opposite. So if you are thinking about that you don't want to come on a workshop, I'm going to tell you very much quickly about me. So when I started, when I first became a parent, I absolutely felt so uncomfortable with all this gentle parenting stuff. It's kind of what I did at home, but I would never go to a workshop. I remember Sarah Ockwell-Smith, a great parenting author, had come in to York to do a workshop, and I didn't go because I felt like I wouldn't fit in, because I was kind of too normal, which I cringe at now. But I wasn't really into baby wearing, and I wasn't kind of like vegan, and we didn't all, I wasn't into like family bed sharing or whatever it is, whatever your idea is, or homeschooling. And actually I changed my mind on a lot of things now. But I was really sure that I would not fit in because I wasn't that type of parent. So let me tell you now, there is no type of parent. Understanding your children's brains, understanding how they kind of work, and then working with that and treating them like human beings, you end up with the kind of child who is resilient and emotionally literate and confident and independent and ready to take on the world and happy. And I just think, when you build that relationship with your children, you don't have to do any of the things you think you have to do. It's all about finding stuff that works for your family. So if you are put off by coming to one of these workshops because you think you won't fit in, you would be amazed by the different types of people that are there. You'd be amazed. I have friends who trained with me who are into this, one of my friends, Emma, is a high-flying partner in a law firm in London, and then I've got friends who homeschool, and I've got friends who send their children to mainstream schools, and I've got friends who are vegan and friends who eat meat, and people from all walks of life can parent like this. And I want you to know that if that's what's stopping you, put that aside. You are totally wrong, and come and see me. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.